Good morning, Eastside 4th grade families. Today is Thursday and it is NTI day 19. The sun is bright today. Looks like it's going to be a good day. Looks like the weather for the several days coming are going to be nice. A little cool at night, but sunny and mild temperatures during the day. I'm looking over your checklist. Please keep referring back to that checklist. It's going to help you on what you need to do today. Before I go over that, I just want to remind you to please get your packets completed and get those delivered to the school, to Eastside. There's boxes in the foyer. You can just drop them in a box. If not, if you can't get out of the car or you're just unsure about getting it out of the car and going in, give the school a call. I'm sure someone could greet you out on the sidewalk, or maybe you can take a store bag and put the packets in there and tie it tight and toss it out like your newspaper person. But call the school and let them know that you're going to deliver it to the front step. Next week is spring break. There won't be any NTI packets next week. It's a good time to get caught up if you're getting behind. There are deadlines set by the district at this point to get these turned in. April 17th will be the week after spring break. You need to be getting everything turned in that's done. Your teachers have to have them graded and things as well. They are graded, so make sure that you're doing your best. Take your time. Always, if you have questions, you don't understand something, we will find a way to get that information to you. I'll call you. I don't know. I've seen all kinds of stuff going on Facebook to help students, and that's what we want to do. Okay. So get those turned in. 1 through 10 should be completed. Days 1 through 10 should be completed. They should be turned in. If you haven't had a chance to do that, please do that. If you have other issues with getting them, remember, call the school. Mrs. Miles is there. Someone's always there to answer the phone. Next week, the foyer door will be open, but I don't know if anybody will be there to answer the phone. So try to do that. That's the best thing we can do, is get them turned in so we can get them checked off, we can get them graded, and we can keep going, because I'm afraid there's going to be some more. So, and pick up the new ones. All right, let's take a look at today. I hope you got to see my pictures yesterday. I've been having a good time. It was a little cold yesterday, but I wanted to go out and venture. I think it's great that you're studying life science and science right now, and I could go find some of the life cycles that we read about. Today in reading, you're reading a story titled Ryan's Well, and a key vocabulary word in this script in this passage is donation. You have your math assignments on here. You have science complete text features bar graphs. You'll be reading a bar graph and answering questions. Always be careful when you read the question. Are they asking for one item or more than one item? Interesting creatures I saw on that list. Makes me want to look up one of them for sure, because I don't know what it is. An Iowa blue chicken. Definitely going to look that up today and see what that is. If you don't know what I'm talking about, can't wait till you see it on your science page. Today, I'm going to read to you Ryan's Well. In tomorrow's packet, you will be answering questions that go along with this story. Remember what I keep telling you, to be an active reader is asking questions and thinking the entire time you're reading. Asking questions, trying to answer questions in your head as you're reading. Let your brain automatically go there. Also, when you pick up your packet tomorrow to answer the questions, maybe it's a good idea, not maybe, it's definitely a good idea to go back to this story and reread it. Read your questions and then go back and reread the story. Write on it, mark it, underline, star. You know what we do. Mark them. Reading your text more than one time will make answering the questions smoother and your understanding greater. Let's go. Let's read Ryan's Well by Jane Keatle. The picture is clean drinking water from a well in Djibouti, Africa. Small steps can help solve the world's water crisis. Kids really can make a difference. Just ask 15-year-old Ryan Hurljack of Kemptville, Canada. When he was 6, he learned about the shortage of safe drinking water in some parts of the world. Today, Ryan's Well Foundation has raised more than $1.5 million to build more than 700 wells in 16 countries, most of them in Africa. During his mission to raise money, Ryan became pen pals with Akana Jimmy, an orphan who lived in Africa. In Jimmy's tiny village of Agwayo, Uganda, there was no clean water until Ryan raised enough money to buy the village its first well. A new book tells the story of their life-changing friendship. Ryan and Jimmy and the well in Africa that brought them together. Two different worlds. Jimmy used to wake up before midnight and walk 3 miles to the nearest pond. There he would fill a large plastic container with contaminated or polluted water. Jimmy made that trip 3 times every day before heading to school. Because you don't have any choice. You drink it, he told WR News. In 1998, Ryan's first grade teacher told the class that polluted water was causing thousands of children to become sick and even die. For Ryan, a lack of clean water was unimaginable. His teacher said the cost of building a well in Africa was just $70. Determined to help, Ryan spent months doing household chores to earn enough money to pay for a well. Later that year, Ryan proudly took his savings to WaterCan, a Canadian organization that helps provide safe drinking water to impoverished countries. To his disappointment, Ryan was told that the cost of building a well was much higher, $2,000. Ryan vowed, or promised, to continue raising money. Word of his mission spread, and soon the media picked up his story. To Ryan's astonishment, people started sending him donations. By 2000, Ryan, then 9, had raised enough money to build his first well. With help from Canadian physicians for aid and relief, Ryan chose Jimmy's village as the site for the well. All's well that ends well. Ryan's well changed the lives of the people in Agwayo, and especially affected Jimmy's life. That's when the two boys became pen pals. They became friends when Ryan traveled to Uganda in 2000 to help complete the well. In 2003, Ryan's family arranged to bring Jimmy to their home in Canada. "We used to live as friends," Jimmy, now 17, says, "but now we live as brothers." The two teenagers hope their book will raise awareness about unsafe drinking water and prompt people to take action to help. "The situation is difficult, but you have to start somewhere," Ryan says. "We need to work harder to make the world a better place." Water isn't everywhere. More than 2/3 of Earth's surface is covered by water, so you might think there is enough to go around. You may be surprised to learn that water is scarce. Only a limited amount of water is drinkable. Salty seawater makes about 97% of the world's water. Another 2% is frozen at the North and South Poles. More than 1 billion people around the world don't have access to safe drinking water, according to the United Nations. Why isn't all the fresh water available to people safe for drinking? Chemicals from factories, fertilizers from farms, and untreated sewage pollute the water supply. One of our goals is to educate people about the importance of clean water, says Ryan. And when we turn the page, we can see a vocabulary page. It was a really good story, wasn't it? I'd love to hear if you dig in a little bit more about it, and I'm sure some of you know a little bit more about different water needs around the world. Okay, your vocabulary word today is donation. Donation. It is a noun, the act, or an instance of giving or contributing as to a cause. Each donation was scrupulously recorded. His donation of the money to a charity surprised his family. The second definition is the gift or contribution thus made. Even a small donation is greatly appreciated. Your donations will help many children get the medical attention they need. The Spanish cognate, donación. The Spanish word donación means donation. There are some examples of how the word or forms of the word are used. And I'll let you read those because I've already given you some examples when I read the definition. I'll let you read all those. A donation. something to think about. And yes, I do believe all of you guys, all you kids, no matter what your age, can make a difference in this world. And there it shows you just one story. And there's so many of you. Hope you have a fabulous day. I'm going to get busy. Today's my day to start calling home, so maybe I'll get to talk to a few of you today. That would be great. Have a great day. See you soon.